to another episode of Cooking with Sturf. Today we're going to be making the eternal soup, or a simple bone broth stew. We're making it with a lot of meat. This is what got me through a lot of PA school, was making these sort of soups. It's because it's easy to make, and it's cheap, and it'll feed you or a family for days. So I'm going to load it with some bones at the bottom, some big, looks like femur bones here from the cow. We got some really nice potatoes, sweet potatoes from our local co-op here. So these are really high quality, regeneratively grown vegetables. So I'm hoping they have some good nutrients in there, some good carbs. Now we got some room here. I also have some beef heart. We're going to be throwing that in there. And we have a bit of thyme and rosemary. This is thyme, fresh from the garden. Just sprinkle that right in there. And we have some Costco chicken sausage. It's very flavorful, so this will be very tasty to add to that. It's already pre-cooked, we're just putting that in there for the flavor. And then we're going to put in another bone here, and some more ribs here. And then we're going to add some spices in at the end here. We have Celtic sea salt, probably the best type of salt you can get. Put a bunch of that in there. We love salt. Ground cumin. Some onion powder. Garlic powder, and then we're going to put some spring water in there, and we're going to slow cook this overnight. So again, it's super simple. The prep time isn't even that big either. I use scissors to chop the meat, which is super easy. Chop, chop, chop. And we slow cook it on low overnight, about 8 hours, and in the morning you'll have an amazing stew ready to go. You can package it for the week in Tupperwares. I cook this outside in the garage because sometimes it heats up the house a little bit too much and there's like a bit of steam. I always also open the lid outside just to avoid the steam. It is really the best to make this in a cold climate. I remember in Massachusetts I'd make these stews in the winter time and it really did warm up the house nicely, but here in Florida prefer not to warm up the house.
Really good. And it smells really good too.
Mm-hmm.